Hi, welcome to Give Me the Bible, where God's Word speaks for itself. In continuing our discussion about biblical interpretation and approaching the Bible in a proper way so that we can accurately handle the Word of truth and avoid misrepresenting and misunderstanding what the Bible is teaching, we want to talk in this video about a really good strategy that we always need to use if we want to properly interpret the Bible, and that is to always zoom out first before zooming in. So we always want to look at the big picture of what's going on in the Bible before we actually zoom in and try to understand what a specific verse means. Because the truth is, specific verses only mean things within context. Now, sure, granted, we could read a verse and understand every word in that verse. We could understand the meaning of each word, and so we could understand what that verse is saying, but there's a difference between understanding what a verse is saying and what a verse actually means in its context, and that is very, very important. Just a practical example from real life, I'm looking to buy a house. Well, when I go online and I look up houses, they often have pictures of the houses, detailed pictures, maybe 10 or 20 pictures, so that I can see each bedroom, each bathroom, and I can kind of get a detailed look at the house. But as nice as that is, as nice as it is to be able to see that detailed picture, the truth is, I'm not going to buy the house just based on that. No, because there's more meaning involved, right, in moving into this house. For instance, when I zoom out, when I look at the Google Street View, okay, well, what does the yard look like? Okay, what is it, a corner lot? You know, is there really much of a yard at all? Is there even a backyard? What kind of neighborhood is it in? I've got to zoom out a little bit and ask that question too. Is it a dangerous neighborhood? Is there nobody really even living there? Is it just kind of desolate? Okay. Is it next to anything important, like, you know, a grocery store? Or how far away is it from my work? And to find that out, I've got to zoom out even more, right? I'll take the address, I'll type it in to Google Maps so that I can see where the house is located in relation to, say, where I work, which may be over here, or if it's right here, that'd be awesome, right? Or Publix or whatever grocery store that you shop at. We have Publix here in Altamont Springs, Florida. I don't know if you, some of you have Publix, but anyway, you see the point that there's more to a house than just what the bathroom looks like, what the bedroom looks like. The question is, what is it going to mean in its fullness? What is it going to mean if I move into this house? And the only way I know what it's really going to mean if I move into this house is to look at it from a big picture perspective. Same thing with the Bible. So that's why it's helpful even to start from a big picture perspective of just stepping away from the Bible completely and saying, well, what is the Bible? What in the world is this? Well, it's God's Word to us, and that's helpful just to even do that, because that shows us that every individual verse we look at is going to be meaningful and it's going to be important because it's written by God to us, okay? And again, if you're remembering my last video, not written directly to us, but still written for our benefit. And so because it's God's Word, because we understand that big picture perspective of the Bible, that makes the individual verses very important. Or what if we turn to the table of contents and just get a big picture look at the Bible? In that way, we can see the different books that make up the Bible in the table of contents. We can see that there are 66 books total. There are 39 in the Old Testament, 27 in the New Testament. And in fact, if you go back and watch the second video I ever made, okay, Give Me the Bible #2, if you can stand to watch it with my crazy hair, I kind of look like a jungle man, but if you can stand to watch that and listen to it, I think it'll be helpful to you because I give you a real simple way to break the Bible down in terms of the way that the Bible is laid out in a way that's very easy to understand. And also, if you go and watch the third video, Give Me the Bible #3, I explain that the Bible is actually a story. It has a beginning, middle, and end. And in the beginning, God created us in this perfect relationship, and unfortunately, in Genesis chapter 3, we sinned against God. We destroyed that relationship, and the whole rest of the Bible is really one unified story with one theme, and that is bringing us back to Him through Jesus Christ. And that's why Jesus is really the focal point of the Bible. Also, if you were to look at one of these books in particular, like in the New Testament, the book of Romans, and you want to know what that's about, that's what you need to do, is ask that question first. Before asking a specific question about a specific verse in Romans, you want to find out the big picture. What is Romans about? What is the point of this being written? And that's going to give you the context that's going to help supply the meaning to the individual verses. I sure hope that's helpful. And Lord willing, I'll see you next time.